Okay, my name is Lami, and I'm interviewing Bellows today concerning his interest in McNair Scholar program. And Bellows, thank you so much for having me with you, and I appreciate this. First of all, I would like to ask you how you started, acquiring literacy. Did you start from your home, from the school, from your parents? Could you talk to me about that?
Yes, my mom started really early with children's reading books. She would read with me and have me read to her when I was still pretty much an infant. Uh, and
Like how old?
I'd have to say 4 or 5.
Hmm.
Um, then I went into advanced reading programs in school. So that's how I started reading and comprehending literature.
So did you start reading and writing at the same time, or you started reading first before? How did you learn to write?
To write,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I would probably, if I remember correctly, I would probably be reading a little bit before writing.
Mm-hmm.
I had a hard time writing when I was little because I had to do some developmental courses as far as getting letters and things like that right. But yeah, I would say that I probably started writing in first or kindergarten,
Mm-hmm.
first grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading before that.
Okay. So your mom actually helped you to do that, and do you have siblings who also contributed to your reading at home?
No,
Only your mom?
yes.
How about your dad?
He worked, so he wasn't home
Mm.
very much.
Oh, okay. Okay. So when you you know started writing,
Mhm.
how about your peer group? Did they contribute in helping you to write apart from your teachers and your developmental um,
Uh,
study you did?
no, the developmental program helped a little bit, but the peer group wasn't really that, I guess, beneficial towards writing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's, I guess, one of the problems of a small school. Uh,
Okay. So what were you reading at home? Like, is it children literature, or there were other?
Mostly children's literature, classical children's literature
Mm.
like Dickinson and things like that.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. So now let's talk about your interest in graduate school.
Mhm.
Did your parents go to graduate school?
No, I'm a first generation college student.
Okay. So, and that is why you're actually applying to go to, I mean, to get McNair Scholar grants.
Yes.
So, what is your interest? What do you want to do with your graduate school degree?
Um, I would like to go into organizational psychology. It's a field based on work environment and employee efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Like to go into that to boost employee efficiency in the United States and to improve conditions for workers because that's probably one of the most important things that our country forgets to do. And that's mostly why I want to go to graduate school.
Okay. Okay. So, how do you hope that McNair could, assist you in doing that? Because McNair is basically on
Mhm.
research.
Well, in the field of psychology, you have to do lots of research to help get ahead in the application process to get
Mm-hmm.
into the PhD programs. Uh, I found out about McNair and about the mentor program that they provide,
Mm-hmm.
and that's one key thing, as well as the help on GRE and GRE workshops. Hopefully, that'll give me a little push above the rest of the people applying to the programs if I get into the McNair program.
Okay. So, okay. Do you hope to attend graduate school here in Commerce, or you're planning to go somewhere else?
I'm planning on going somewhere else. I'm not quite sure where yet. Commerce doesn't offer the degree that I'm looking for, so I'll probably end up having to go out of state.
Well, you've not decided where.
Not yet, no.
Okay. So, but do you you talked to me about your professor who who helped you to do the recommendation form?
Yes.
Okay. So, was he a McNair Scholar?
Yes, he was. I can't remember what school he went to. I think it was somewhere in California,
Mm-hmm.
but he was a McNair Scholar. I didn't know that until you had told me that he had talked to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, I don't know much about what he did in his McNair program.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But so far, what is your experience with him as your professor, and would you like him to be your McNair mentor?
I wouldn't be against it. And I don't know, he's very research oriented. He's got quite a mind for research, so that will be beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he's a little bit out there, but
Like, how do you mean?
I'd prefer not to say.
Okay.
A little bit risky with some of his research, but other than that, he's a fairly good professor. So
Fairly good professor.
from what I've seen, I haven't had one of his classes yet. I've just been working under him in the research lab.
And so, what's your experience with him, working with him in the research lab?
Could you elaborate a little bit more? Like, what do you mean?
No, what I mean is, you've worked with him.
Mm-hmm.
You are still working with him in the research lab.
Yes.
How does he do his research? Does that give you any motivation when, does that give you a motivation to go into research?
Oh, yes,
like
definitely.
a featured researcher?
Mm-hmm. He definitely offers encouragement and recommendations as far as what we might want to look into in our research, possible study ideas, things like that. And he tries to keep us motivated about graduate school and keeping our goals high.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, well, thank you so much for this
You're
brief
welcome.
interview, and I will give you the signature form. Just as you say you will sign that after the interview, right?
Yes, I will sign the informed consent.
Okay. So thank you, Bellows. I appreciate this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.